Hey guys, welcome to another 31 Horror Toys in 31 Days review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Walking Dead building set blind bags. So I got 3 of them here, and it's 2 walkers and 1 human. Just so you guys know, you can always tell because of the corner will have W or H. And if you can't figure out which means walker and human, then you probably don't deserve to have them. So, alright, so these figures are pretty cool, but I think they've gone out of production by now. It's kind of sad. I keep seeing all these photos of like prototypes and stuff that McFarlane was doing, but I guess they've just given up on them. So these are a relic of the past already. I got these at the 99-cent store a while ago. That's kind of sad to think about. Something odd is I think the human packaging has a different look to it. Like look, here's the human and here's the walker. You can see Michonne's all the way at the front, whereas the walker's all the way in the front here. Yeah, look, they put the humans in the front with the human pack, and they put the walkers in the front, the walker pack. So I guess that's another difference you could look for. So we're going to start with the human pack. Let me get scissors or something. These things are kind of hard to open. Box cutter, why not? And let's see who's inside. Who am I hoping for? With the human, I kind of hope that it's... I think Eugene wouldn't be bad to have. I think I actually own all of them. Maybe a Michonne. Let's see. Let's cut that. And let's see what we got. For the human, we have... Let me see, what is it? Looks like a Eugene. I think I've gotten Eugene before, though. I'm pretty sure I've had all of them, but let's see. For $1, you can't complain about getting an extra, can you? The thing with the Eugene figure is I feel like you could make extra characters out of him. Like this could easily be just some person from Alexandria or the prison or wherever it's supposed to be. Because he's got all the armor on, you could just customize the head pretty much. I think I might do that. Because I own so many of these at this point. I've got this whole setup down here that's just packed. It's packed with the humans, the zombies, and the sets. I kind of feel really bad that they discontinued the line. Because, I poured all that money into something that's, kind of irrelevant now. See, that leg goes there. These things are kind of self-explanatory with putting them together. And I like that. I'm sick of having to do guesswork. There's his other arm. Now that I think about it, I think I did get rid of my Eugene. Because I don't see him in my display over here. Let me stick that in his hand. The problem I have with these figures from the newer wave, I think this is the 3rd blind bag wave, they gave them, some of them, rifles that, aren't stuck in their hands, and because of that, you're always losing those parts. It's pain. Just look at that. How's he going to hold on to them? It's Eugene Porter. He's not meant for holding stuff. Okay, let's get some focus on here so we can check out the detail. And for his face, there's like no real discernible likeness. I guess it kind of looks like him because it's a chubby white guy with a mullet. But for the most part, that could just be a nerd from any walk of life. The armor does look nice though. It's got all the sculpt on that. The paint's decent. I mean, there's nothing on the face except for the skin tone, so that's what I mean by decent. For this size, though, it's kind of questionable how that would turn out. All the paint's decent. Let's take a look at the articulation. Let me focus out on this. See, head can do a full 360 spin. Arms can move up and down. Then he's got a bit of waist rotation. Then his hips, he can kick out pretty much as far as you want, so full 360, but it always looks like he broke his legs after that. And then he doesn't hold his rifle well, so this is not my favorite figure of the line, but since I own them all, I figure might as well have this one too, right? Let's put that rifle in his hand, which he doesn't really hold. You kind of just set it in there, and there's no way you're getting him to look like he's actually shooting it. I mean, let's just pull it up. See. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to... There we are. He's just cradled in his arms. He's not holding anything. Let's set him aside. He comes with this clear stand, which I've never been able to get these clear stands to work very well. You stick that in there. Goes into that big loop on his foot, and then you set him down. And then he falls. Because it's a stand. Alright, now let's check the walker. My favorite part of these things are the walkers. They always put so much detail into them. They always have slightly more articulation in better places. And they're great for army building. Whereas you can not really use 3 Abrahams. You can use 40 of the same walker. And no one's going to say, hey, that looks bad. No, they're going to say, hey, that's a sweet looking horde you got there. That also comes with one of these, I might as well add, which shows you the figures. I always wanted that Rick Grimes that's so rare. It's got the star there. Even though it's just a previously released Rick with a purple shirt, I wanted it anyway, but I never got it. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever gotten any of the rare ones. So let's see what we got here. For the walkers, I'm hoping that I get like the cop zombie or a pet walker would be nice, but I'm not sure what this is. Is this the cop zombie? Oh, I think I did get the cop zombie. Yeah, well, he's not really blue like they advertise on the front. Like, look at that. It's definitely black. Maybe with a sheen of blue. Alright, now putting them together again, it's self-explanatory, but it's a pain in the butt because everything's so tight. Sorry if I sound a little sick, I just woke up. My voice is not quite what it used to be. Alright, stick that head on. This figure's looking already sick. Stick that leg on. I'm not sure why this line didn't do well. Walking Dead tends to sell pretty well, and Lego type construction sets people always love. They weren't too expensive, they were reasonably priced. Just not sure why it didn't sell. I'm sure McFarlane's not sure either. Yeah, that's probably why they did so many waves. Surely it was doing good at first. I remember they keep advertising so many things and then taking them away. Like, remember the big heads when that was going to happen? It was going to be like these figures with giant 5-inch figures heads on them. I kind of wish they did that because we would have gotten some alternate head sculpts that I could use for customizing, but we would have gotten some more Build-A-Figure parts that, now that I think of it, it's not a bad idea. But, you know, they do whatever they please. Alright, so this figure is already my favorite. I haven't had this one yet. Let's focus out on him. There we are. He looks sweet. Look at him. He's all ravaged. The sculpt on him is beautiful. And I always love a good old zombie cop. They always look neat. He's got the uniform on. What looks like maybe a riot helmet. I don't know, maybe this is a chip officer. And this is just a visor for him to be on his helicopter. Helicopter. No, chopper. Motorcycle. Oh, man. I woke up on the wrong side of stupid. He's got the blood all over him. It looks nice. I like the gestural poses of his hands. And that face sculpt is spot on for a walker. No complaints on this guy. I like his pose. He's kind of in a leaning forward, shambling, shuffling position. Let's get him to stand up. There we are. It's always easier to stand the walkers up than the human. Let me see. Yep. 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 Like I said, it's easier with the walkers. And then articulation on this guy is the same. You know, he does the swivel on the arms and the head. And then he can move his legs around. Problem is, with these figures, the articulation, while it's not really hated, and it's not, you know, scorned or anything, I do like articulation. It's just fairly useless because once you move them, they're just looking really freaky. It's like early Walking Dead 5-inch poses. If you know what that looks like, let me grab a figure. Yeah, like this Rick with that leg. There's his leg articulation. That's all of it. He can just do that. I guess he can do a side kick. Take that, mean zombie. But beyond that, that's useless. But, you know, they're so tiny you can't expect them to get proper articulation. So, for what we get, let's be happy that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6 articulation points. That's not too much to cry about. Let me set these guys up here. Ugh. Standing these figures up, as I said, pain in the butt. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, and then the last walker. What am I hoping for? Like I said, the pet walker, but if not him, just the guy in the suit would be nice. I already have him, but it wouldn't be bad to have a double. Who do we have? Oh, it's the one that they don't show on the front. Is he a rare one? Let me see. I seem to have cut all of these. So. Yeah, it's got a star on him. So these are the rare figures, like the Herd Walker female. I got the Prison Jumpsuit Walker. Now this is just a repaint of the previous walker they put out. But hey, that's pretty cool. I never got this one, so I'm imagining he's fairly rare. I'm not sure how they define rareness, though, because they've got all sorts of weird stuff, like what's 29B supposed to mean? 13B, 14B. What's that supposed to mean? Because it goes 35 up here, 32, and then these are 29, 13. Where's 30? And then I just don't get it. It's driving me insane. Alright, so let's open them up. And yeah, I can definitely tell he's just a repaint of the Fat Prison Walker. But it's a welcomed repaint, because if you set him next to the original, it'll look a little fair. Let me see if I can grab that guy. Here we are. Yeah, so as you can see, it's the same figure, just with a different paint scheme. This guy's darker colored with a different shirt, and the pants are kind of the same color, just it's a darker blue, I guess. Alright, now stick his butt on. Get your fat butt on there. Ah! Here we are. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then his leg. And then the other leg. The other leg. And there we are. So, this figure's not badly sculpted or painted. It's definitely a welcome figure for my horde. Come on, focus. There we are. I like his open mouth scream there. You can see like his tongue in there. It's pretty sick. You can see his eyes, his eye holes where it's all sunken in. He's got some brain damage over there. I like this one. He's all ravaged as hell. And his guts are hanging out. So I'm definitely impressed with these two walkers that I got. And I didn't own either of these walkers. So that makes me feel pretty good. The Eugene, you know, that was a toss-up, because any figure would have been like a repeat. But yeah, not a bad sculpt on this guy, not a bad paint. Then articulation is the same. I think it's a little more useful on this one though, because his arms go straight up and down. You can get him in a reaching pose, have him down, turn his head. So the articulation is a little better placed here. And then look at that hip articulation, that's quite a bit more. And down there, of course, the leg articulation on all of these, I'm just going to say it is pretty much useless. It's only to help you get them in the right position for trying to stand. So let's see if I can stand this one up. And then, alright, there we are. And there's his other little clear stand, which doesn't work. I've said it many times, but I'll say it again. And there's the figures. So, tell me what you guys think. Are you interested in these little fellas? Do you still collect these things even though they're pretty much obsolete at this point? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next 31 Horror Toys in 31 Days review. Peace.